How's it going, all you most amazing people? I'm Landon Dallasing, and welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe because we are almost at 3 million subscribers, which is insane. But by the time you guys watch this video, I think we've already passed it. So congratulations to us. A pre-celebration is in order. And I just want to quickly say thank you guys so much for the support. Thanks so much for, changing our lives. So we all know when famous people pass away, it's very tragic. Well, any death is tragic and sad, but it's the very famous people whose death becomes international news. Well, there are a lot of people who don't believe what they hear on TV. Millions of people have many conspiracies to what is in the news. So let's take a look at some of these conspiracies. This is the top 10 famous people who still might be alive. So let me ask you guys, who do you think is still alive who's currently dead, or who would you bring back from the dead? Let me know in the comment section below. Starting us off, number 10 with Amelia Earhart. She became famously known for being an American female aviation pioneer and author. She was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She holds a ton of aviation records. Amelia was also known to be the woman who just suddenly disappeared in a plane back in 1937. It wasn't until 2 years later where she was pronounced dead. Well, there was a new History Channel documentary that shows that Amelia Earhart may not have died that day on the plane that crashed over the Pacific Ocean. Apparently, there are many pictures of this woman still alive. Facial recognition experts looked into these cases, and some conclude that it's very plausible, it's very possible that they might have seen her in some pictures. Tupac Shakur is someone who is always talked about. Like, is he alive? I'm kind of believing it myself. Well, he comes alive at number 9. Tupac died in 1996. I have to put quotes because who knows. So the story that we believe is he attended a Mike Tyson boxing match at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas when a shooter approached Tupac and opened fire, hitting him 4 times, twice in the chest, 1 in the arm, and 1 in the thigh. One of the bullets went into Tupac's right lung, causing it to collapse. He suffered from a respiratory failure and cardiopulmonary arrest. He died while he was in the intensive care unit. His body was cremated the next day, but millions of people believe that Tupac's death was a hoax and he survived at the hospital and a fake body was cremated. There was many pictures that surfaced showing that Tupac is alive. Suge Knight was with Tupac the night of the shooting, and even he said that Tupac could still be alive today. This has become a really big mystery. Number 8, Kurt Cobain. Millions of people believe that Kurt Cobain faked his own death and is living in South America. There was a video that recently surfaced that showed what people are saying to be Kurt Cobain performing in Peru. Kurt Cobain helped form the group Nirvana. This band changed the world and helped inspire millions of people and other famous musicians and performers. Well, at the age of 27 years old, which is such a young age, in 1994 he was found dead at his home from a suicide. But many people believe that he didn't actually kill himself, he just didn't want to be known anymore. There has been many pictures uploaded onto the internet of people who look exactly like Kurt. I don't think this conspiracy theory will ever go away with this one. Number 7, we have the famous D.P. Cooper. He has been known as the man who successfully pulled off one of the most significant plane heists of all time. The aviation mystery has been left unsolved for almost 50 years now, while experts believe they are very close to solving it. Apparently, there's new evidence that claim that D.P. Cooper might still be alive. D.P. Cooper hijacked a plane and parachuted out of a plane with millions of dollars. We don't know his real identity, but this is a picture of what, we think he looks like. Everyone believed that D.P. Cooper died. Others believe he made a great escape and he now has millions of dollars and he's been living a good life. And at number 6, we have the shocking death of Paul Walker. Could he be alive? Paul Walker died back in 2013 in a high-speed car crash, and the car that he was in was his Porsche. His family sued Porsche because they claimed the car had multiple design flaws. There is a video footage of the crash, and you can see his car on fire. Well, here's the part of the footage where people claim that Paul Walker, who is being circled right here, was actually able to get out of his car and survive this attack. Which makes no sense to me because we would have seen him in many of the footages that was uploaded online of him just walking away from his car, but we don't. and Paul Walker would have talked about the incident, he has no reason to trick the world into thinking that he is dead. Well, let me quickly just list the reasons why people believe he is still alive today and just in hiding. Paul Walker's autopsy report's results was placed on security hold so no one can see them. The license plate from the car crash and Paul Walker's license plate were different. So I don't know. I'll leave this one up to you guys. What do you think? Is Paul Walker alive? Is he dead? Moving into number 5, we have the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. He has become one of the most iconic people in the world. Elvis died at the age of 42 years old by a heart attack that was carried out by prescription drug abuse. Elvis died at his home in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, take a look at this picture right here. This is a picture that people believe is Elvis Presley today. Millions of people believe that he is still alive. If he's alive today, he would be 82 years old, which is kind of the age of the guy we're looking at right now in this picture. I mean, Elvis, is that you? Jim Morrison is now at number 4. Take a look at this news article. Shock claim, rocker Jim Morrison found alive living as homeless hippie in New York. And then you have these pictures of what people believe to be Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison is known for being in the famous band The Doors. Jim died at the age of 27 years old, but the remaining members of the band continued as a trio for another 2 years until they split up. Jim Morrison was found dead in a Paris apartment's bathtub by his girlfriend Pamela Corson. So he died from a heart failure, but people believe that he didn't die and he's still alive. If you type his name into Google, you have articles like, did Jim Morrison really die? Huge news outlets have been doing stories on it. It's almost like it's the media trying to keep him alive. Number 3, we have Andy Kaufman. People believe he is still alive because his own brother claims he's still alive. A mysterious woman has also come forward saying that she is the daughter of Andy Kaufman. She said her father faked his own death because he doesn't want to be famous anymore. If he was alive today, he would be in his 60s, while most people believe that Andy Kaufman died from lung cancer. Andy was known to be a comedian and a prankster, so this is another reason why people believe he faked his own death. It was for a prank. And this prank has been going on for a very long time now. There was also a featured-length documentary of how he faked his own death. Number 2, we have the famous Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was seemingly healthy at the time of his death, and he was set to go on one of his biggest tours ever. It was his This Is It tour that was supposed to be 50 shows, but obviously it was cancelled. Michael Jackson died from a drug overdose that was prescribed to him from his physician. Michael Jackson was found not breathing. His personal physician was convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Well, take a look at this picture. People believe that is Michael Jackson. Well, people believe that he was actually found alive and in the background of his daughter's selfie. This picture was taken back in 2016. People believe that Paris Jackson didn't realize her father was in the picture when she took it, and she's also involved with hiding his death, so she accidentally took a picture of her dad. Finally, number 1, we have the most hated person in the world, but we have to include him on this list. We have Adolf Hitler. Hitler has become one of the most iconic public figures in history for his outrageous beliefs. Hitler died back in 1945 in Berlin, Germany from a suicide. He killed himself so he wouldn't be captured. Well, millions of people believe he actually escaped and survived the war. Apparently, this is a picture of Hitler back in 1955, and this was after his death. This was newly declassified CIA files that has now been released to the public. Also, this is probably more far-fetched, but there was this picture of this 128-year-old man that went viral. Everyone believed that this was Hitler. I mean, the age and everything else matches. I guess people believe what they want to believe. I don't think that's Hitler. I think he's long dead. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys all when we do this whole thing all over again in the next video.